Vegas of 1994. The last day. It's the 18th of November, 1994. And this is our first COMDEX show in Las Vegas. The last couple hours of the show. And we're still outside. I'm about ready to go in the show. Very, very cold day here in Las Vegas. About 44 degrees outside. Very unusual. A place we've seen so often. Very common sight here. But from the first day on, this sign has been flashing. That really is, in fact, a very packed show. 190,000 people here at this time for COMDEX. About almost 20,000 up from last year. Put these big tents out in the parking lot for registration, for more exhibits. This is really something else. We're still outside. This is something that we had to show. This is the cab line. People waiting for cabs. This is unbelievable. I've heard about this at COMDEX. Look at this line for cabs. Thank you. That's normal. And it doesn't end there. It goes around the corner. Something else. IBM has this huge screen up here. I wonder how this will come out on video. Let's crank the iris down a tad. This is one of those big Jumbotron TV screens, I think. This is the first time I've actually seen signs on the building of the Las Vegas Convention Center itself. This is something else. This is really something. Again, the same cab line you just saw. I like to point out this is the last day of the show, and it's still this crowded. A lot of people here, all over the place. A lot of stuff here. Okay, we're now inside, and here's something I never saw before, at least at the CES and VSDA shows. Little laser show right inside the place, right next to the Convention Center sign. This is kind of neat. This stuff goes on all day. Don't know how well it's coming out. This stuff does flicker like that. This isn't too bad considering the show's going to end in about 2 to 3 hours. There's still this many people here walking around. I'm up on the 2nd floor of the convention center with a very foggy viewfinder. Clouds have thinned a lot since the first day, of course, but it still isn't bad. Well, as you walk in, you're hitting the gigundous Microsoft booth. This place is so big. Carol, you were right. There you go. Hey, for the show's about to end, so it's still packed in here. Something else.
I almost forgot that I was running.
And you're first to learn how the world is about to change.
Well, I don't know about that, but I do know that the very next week I couldn't run my graphics package if I already had a couple of other applications running. With perfect doctors, I can.
Well, this is a spreadsheet that contains information and working. I select the data, make the page determine.
Here are all the magazines, publishing companies.
Next up is Alpha Server 2000. That's cool.
Here's the exact center of the convention center, and you can see that it's got a wider angle lens. Anyway, very nice booths here. Companies which mean nothing to me. This ain't a bad crowd for the last day, I want to tell you. It really isn't.
I don't know. An artist offers you a variety of package artist sanctions based on software.
It's real pretty.
Everything you need, no matter where you are or what you do.
Oh, this is getting the colors. This is gorgeous.
Find out how you can do it all without the work.
I've heard of CMP, I'll tell you. Very high tech. This place here is very neat.
Highway 20, Highway 30, let's go. Here I really heard this morning. Did you lose money last night after the video? They asked me about money. Can you start the video? Start the video.
What do you think? Big enough? Everybody's here. This booth is so big, I can't begin to tell you. There's so much stuff in here. Oh my God. Everywhere you look, computers. Everywhere. Still on IBM.
I don't think that they have to do just something.
I left for graphics card. We're in the Dell booth right now. Look at this. Oof. Gary, I'm going nuts. Frame by frame and stop these. I'll have to see on the playback. I bet we could. There's the other format. Carrie, all looks the same to me.
What your clients prefer, NSYNC offers two different choices. A roomy mid-tower, capable of supporting almost any expansion requirement, or a brawny full-size tower, or a Pentium processor. Either choice is capable of supporting any server-based solution you require. In either case, you decide how they're to be configured, uniquely addressing your client's information processing needs. Systems is part of your total business solution, providing true value-added services to your clients at an extremely attractive cost.
Now, who might this be? You'll never guess. It's kind of colorful.
Actually edit the config.sys or the auto-exec-back file or the win-any file or the system-any file without trying to talk somebody that doesn't know what they're doing through the application. And that brings up customer support. Okay, under customer support, obviously you can track down problems. Track down and solve problems from a remote location. Edit the config.sys. And save time. All this saves you time, and when we save time, we
want to create. Right. It's not your data. All the stuff that's rattling around. Hey, I think you can relate. Don't you sit around at night and write pictures, making better.
Uses, whether they be for business or home use. And very easy to use, all of these, and it's a template to get you started. Or, if you're opening an existing file, you'll see and be glad to see that we have all of these different file formats, okay? If you're looking at this list, you see SQL, Server, DB2, Foxborough, DBase, Approach files. Bring any of them up in their own native format, and don't be concerned about converting them. Approach will do that for you. We have very tight relationship with 123 and Lotus Notes as well. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you an example. We're going to switch back over to 123, and I'm going to show you how you can use your database tools in 123. Because really a lot of the new section is a lot of track podcasts that you're working on based upon.
Now it's a little more graphical, a little more descriptive, but the bottom line is you don't have to read the manual to figure out Alt-Tab, especially if you're a left-handed user, and figure out how to do that. You just click on these buttons. Now we also made it easy to close an application. Single click on this X makes the window go away. So very easily, single click on the start button launches applications. Now for those of you who already know about icons and double clicking, we have My Computer. Double clicking on My Computer brings up a representation of all the things on my machine. Now I'll go ahead and double click on my hard drive here, and you'll see we have a folder representation of all your viewed directories. That's pretty neat, but what's even neater is, when we open a particular folder, we now have long file names. Who likes that? Who wants long file names? Get that. Everybody likes long file names. We can have up to 255 characters in each file name, and to change a file name, all I have to do is click on it a second time and type a new file name. It's as easy as that. So we think we have a lot better access to all of your documents and information on your PC this way. Now, for the power users, for people who are really familiar with file management and using the File Manager application 131, we have something called the Explorer. It looks a little bit like File Manager, but it's much more powerful. In this window here, or in this pane of the window, we have a representation of all of the things that are on my computer. So we have our floppy drive, our hard drive, we have our network drives that are mapped, and we have our entire network neighborhood, all in one place. And I can quickly burrow down in the hierarchy and get to whatever I want and manipulate files in this pane. So I think this gives experienced users really quick access, really efficient access to all the file management that we can do. So not only have we made it easier for novices to get started using Windows 95, we've made it more efficient for advanced users. Now, to just show you some of the other improvements we've made, we're going to do a little comparison here. Victor's going to help me out. And we're going to do a comparison of Windows 95 and Windows 3.1. Yeah, for that, Victor?
I don't think I get a choice, do I?
As a matter of fact, you don't have a choice. So, let me switch the screen so that you can actually see Victor's Windows 3.1 PC. This is my Windows 95 PC. And we're going to do a common task. Now, Victor, I want you to find a file on your PC that has the name, or has the text COMDEX in it. Can you do that?
Sure. It's really easy, Jeff. We all know that I can just go to the File Manager under Windows 3.1. I'll select File. I'll search.
I'll give you a hint here. It's an Excel file.
Okay, perfect. Well, that means I just simply type in XLS for the extension, right? I want to search the entire hard drive, so we'll start from C:\\. And click on OK. I'll have an answer for you in a second.
Now remember, we don't know what the file name is. We only know it contains the word COMDEX. So what do you do, Victor?
We've got a little problem here. I've got some files that I need to go through in order to find that. Do you have something that you can work on while I do this?
Let me do that same task in Windows 95. Go back to the start button, single click, click once on Find, and I can go in here. If I need the file name, I can type it right in, but I don't know the file name. I do know it's an Excel 5 worksheet. So let's go down here and choose that. Look for Excel 5 worksheets, and let's look for all the worksheets that contain the word COMDEX. So I'll type that in, select Find Now. We'll actually go through the hard drive, look inside each one of those files, and find the ones that contain that word. In fact, I've already found one. How are you doing, Victor? I think you are. Now, once I've found that out, data file, all I have to do is double click on it, go with Windows 95, open Excel, and open up that file. So already, in a short time, I've already done what Victor's trying. You just keep working there, Victor. I think you need a little more time. And in the meantime, I'll show you a couple other ways to get at that file. Now, Windows 95 keeps track of all of the files that I work on and puts them in this documents menu here. The most recently used documents are in this list, so I can click on Sales right from that documents menu to open that up. So this is really handy for all those documents that you find yourself coming back to again and again. Windows 95 keeps track of it. How are we doing now, Victor? Still need some time? All right. I'm a fair person. I'll let you work some more. I'll show you one more way to get at that file. We can actually place a shortcut directly to that file on the Windows 95.
Well, we're back outside again, Kerr. We're going to call this quits pretty soon. It's getting a little bit late. Got to go to work soon. And saw this before. And I'm getting a little tired.
Companies and online services onto the information superhighway going up and up and up. The next big step.
You see, this is really something else.
Service modems to digital, which is what ISDN is. So that there'll be the speed of ISDN, which is
I saw a lot of these cameras around here.
28 kilobits per second and up digital. It's high reliability. And it's high dialability. It's very fast dialing. So the need, or all the needs now being met by modems, amplified by the coming of the information superhighway and the continued growth of the applications that now drive the modem business. It's hard to blame them, but a lot of people are sick and tired of hearing about ISDN, Integrated Services Digital Network. In fact, they've been joking for a decade that it means I still don't know, or it delivered now.
Stay tuned for more of the COMDEX Fall Wrap-Up Show.
Well, that's going to do it, Kara. About 3:20. Now I got to get out of here pretty soon. There we go. That's kind of neat. Hope it's coming out good on video. But that's it. That's COMDEX 1994. The last day. Still pretty crowded here, like I've been saying. But it's kind of different. All this backlit stuff should come out pretty good. So that's it, guy. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you for COMDEX 95 in a year. Bye-bye. I'm going to get you a real quick shot of the press room, just to show you what it looks like.
I know Bree's been on it, and this is the press room.
It's going to close in about 45 minutes or so.
Did you get the thing on left?
Never saw a press room with so many computers. You will go crazy here. Look at this. All these computers. And there's my friend Linda.
Believe me. And I told you, it worked for me last time. So anyway, I knew, as soon as I saw you, you're my lucky lady. Right. Because I knew that the legless men were not my lucky lady. You were my lucky lady, so I'll give it a shot later on.
Down at the Golden Nugget, I haven't been doing this very long. And it was like the second day I was there, she said she donated to somebody in my organization that morning.
Yes, I usually, they're down there right at the Golden Nugget. That's where I usually
that's my boss.
Down there.
Right. That's my boss.
And it's lucky.
Yes, it is.
Give our money. It is lucky, and it helps the homeless, too.
5 people came out and told me they wanted.
A little white balance here. We are in the Landmark parking lot, just leaving COMDEX right now, and I had to get a shot of this. Something you don't see very often, that's snow on the mountains on the outskirts of Las Vegas. That is actually snow, folks. It's so friggin' cold here that this is what happened. We have snow on the mountains. How about that? How about that? Okay, we're going to sign off. Bye-bye.